How do you feel when people be like, "Oh, Adam's a culture vulture," or "No Jumper is this, they're doing this, they're doing that"? Like, how do you feel? Like I said, I follow your page.
I feel almost nothing.
I follow your page, right? And I seen some Chicago shit, and he was like, "Man, I told him not to answer this," and it was kind of like a few people making posts about it, and I'm like, "Damn!" So I just started this podcast shit, and I haven't really got no big ass backlash and shit like that. But how does that make you feel? And you still got to get up the next morning and come do your job. Like, how do?
It doesn't even scratch the surface of my brain for
But
the
you're
day.
human, Adam.
Yeah, I'm human. I'm just trying to figure out what he's pouring up.
I just saw that.
You got a ginger ale? Okay.
I just don't want. When I do my podcast, I don't be showing different little labels.
I feel like the average person could not comprehend how much I have to read about myself and how much I don't care. So I mean, calling it culture vulture is like whatever. That's nothing.
What is a culture vulture in your books?
Culture vulture, somebody who comes into the culture, I guess, and tries to make money off it without giving like a sincere, without really being a part of it.
Do you feel you gave back and you were part of it?
Yeah, I've been into this shit my whole life. A lot of people apparently feel like my lived experience doesn't give me enough authority to have opinions on shit. That doesn't mean anything to me. I don't give a fuck what they think about me. I've been listening to rap for like 20 years. If I didn't have an interesting perspective on rap, way longer than 20 years. I'm 39. I've been listening to rap for 30 years. And if I didn't have the kind of perspective that people were interested in hearing, then I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So that shit don't really scratch the surface. In terms of that Chicago shit you're referring to, I just feel like they're soft as fuck and they just were being babies about shit. So, I mean, that also doesn't really... It takes a lot to get to my brain. People say the worst shit about me. So, like, the little things, culture vulture, that don't mean nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like a down spike in your views? Like, damn, my shit going bad because they think I'm fucking with the culture, or
no.
do it?
No, I mean we had a down like a dip in views when the host left for like maybe 2 months, but right now we're right back where we were at before. And I mean, but never like those are the kind of accusations that don't do anything.
Right.
People calling you a culture vulture don't mean nothing.
Right.
All that means is that you're doing a good job and you're asking the shit people want to hear.
Right. So, man to man, right? The host that was left and shit. I'm not about to get out on that business. I'm not gonna do that. But I have a high level of respect for Smack and T-Rail. I just met AD at that little shit, at that little live show. But I have a high level of respect for Smack and T-Rail, especially Smack. I met Smack in Oakland. Like, I didn't even know he was from LA when I met Smack. I met Smack in Oakland. And they good brothers. And man to man, like, in some ways, do you regret that shit or wish it could have went differently?
I think they probably regret it. For me, no, I don't really give a shit at this point. It was a little rough to have to make it over that hump, but no, it wasn't really.
Okay. And making it over that hump, what did that consist of? Just keep content, keep consistent?
Getting more hosts, putting a little bit of time between it, like even like people think I'm supposed to be super upset about them leaving. I got Whack 100. We started a show together. The show's crushing any of the shows that we had before. Way more views. People are way more into it. It's just, I don't know. For somebody like me, it's like, yeah, like rough patches come about. You grind through it. You make it through it. My career will not be defined by the people that I had on this platform. And if anything, in the future, if any of those people who left, if they end up becoming extremely successful in media, I mean, that will be part of my history in media.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
like, look at these people whose careers I helped start. Now, I think that they kind of left under like a false pretense, acting like they were victims or like I was doing anything negative to them. That's the part that I didn't appreciate. But ultimately, like, do I really like care that much? Not really. I mean, it was unfortunate that it went down the way it went down, but I made it right through it.
Right. Let's get on some base shit, Adam. Like, you need to come fuck with our culture more. Like, I know you love LA. You did a lot for this culture, but bro, we got some shit going on in Northern California.
You
And
do.
I'm not just gonna say the Bay Area.
But is it still lit? Because I feel like there was a period of time during 2017, 2018, 2019, whatever, even like where constantly I was getting put on to all kinds of different like feuds and beefs and interesting things that were going on in the music and shit. And then lately I feel like it's been a minute since I really got somebody telling me you got to check out this Bay Area or NorCal artist, etc.
I'm to keep it 100 with you. It's definitely still lit. We definitely still got hella talent that you haven't tapped into. And as far as like the feuds and the feuds and all them beef rap and shit, I don't even. pay attention to that shit. Like that shit can get you killed.
A lot of times that's the entry point to us knowing about shit though. Is like
That's sad as fuck, ain't it? Like I ain't gonna know about you unless you dead. Are you catching a body? That's fucked up.
I mean, with street rap, a lot of times it's like the shit doesn't really become so big that people from other states find out about it until there is a conflict and there is something for people to make YouTube videos about and shit.
So basically, you saying, fuck your music if you're not going viral smoking somebody.
No, you could be interesting in other ways. It's just typically like that a lot of times plays into people who are actually getting attention, right?
Wow, that's crazy.
Like when we first found out about Briss, it was like, oh, he has beef with these people. Look at this song. This song is talking about this person and yada, yada. And that was like a very easy sort of entry point for us to be like, oh, okay, like this is interesting. Now the music is good, but like in terms of it rising to the level that a bunch of people who are not from anywhere near there are paying attention to it, a lot of times the beef shit is kind of what makes people really stand up and pay attention to it. I'm not saying it needs to be that way or that it's great that it is that way, but I mean,
fuck that. That make Adam a lot of money. Kill each other. Fuck is you talking about?
nah, I don't want anybody to die.
You
think I want people to die?
Not to die, but you
Yeah.
want them to funk.
No, I don't want them to.
All right, cool.
If anything, like
don't get
I'm happy as fuck seeing Tay Savage and FYBJ Maine on stream together and everything, and they are just acting in ways that I haven't seen in a while. I'm like, damn. So Tay Savage is now setting the precedent of being a BD rapper in Chicago that is able to hop on live and just have these cool ass conversations with people that he is supposed to fucking hate and he is supposed to go to war with if he runs into him in real life. I think that's an amazing development.
So Tay Savage, the little light skinned guy with the dreads, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I guess.
He's like a boy down there in Chicago.
He's a big deal. Yeah, he was locked up for like 10 years and he just got out. So it's kind of crazy. People are shocked to see him back on the streets.
Okay. What he like drill rapper part of that whole scene?
Yeah.
Okay. He like O Block?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tweak on it.
No, it's good shit. You tweak on everything, huh?
Tweak.
The slang up there is what always gets me too.
Yeah,
But no, I feel like all right, the NorCal shit and why it like oftentimes feels like it's staying in a box and it's like hard for that shit to break
talk
through.
to us, because the whole NorCal gonna watch this interview.
Yeah.
Give me, and I always ask that question to the NorCal artists, like, why you think we ain't on that next level yet? From your point of view, Adam 22, what's wrong with Northern California rap?
I think it's just kind of it's insular. It's like the trends and the styles and everything are sort of like very, very specific to that place. And when you look at a lot of the Chicago rappers that people fuck with, it's like they don't have like a super unique, crazy way of dressing. They don't have like, you know, they have some like different types of slang and stuff, but for the most part, you could probably listen to all of Tay Savage's records and understand exactly what the fuck he's talking about without being from there. But at the same time, when I listen to a Mozzie record, there's all kinds of shit that I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And even like more underground artists, maybe Mozzie over the years has made his shit a little bit more legible to outsiders or whatever. But like, a lot of it is just hella foreign, and like even the hyphy movement is like perfect example of it. It's like, yes, it's dope as fuck that the culture had its own wave and its own thing going on and it was very unique and stuff, but a lot of times like a music scene can be like too unique that the rest of the country has a hard time getting it.
Me personally, I just think people ain't catching on because a lot of people, like, we talk about, you know, getting money, sending bitches, and sliding. Like, them the three main things damn near any rapper talk about. But in Northern California, it's getting money out of bitch or getting money in general. You feel me? Sliding and shit. What was the other one? I don't know, but mainly that's it. Like,
Right.
And I think if people will just give the music a chance, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you having me on here, that's a good look for Northern California or Oakland. The Jay Stylins, that's a good look. It's just hella culture that we have in Oakland that people just, we don't have these platforms. You know what I'm saying?